Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Today it is Torpedo Banzai mission. Objective: feel the power of Japanese destroyers by commanding an all-out torpedo attack against a USA fleet. Design the team of destroyers which will attack a large American fleet, consisted of battleships, cruisers and various support ships. Your possible destroyer designs include a wide range of hull types and two specials. An experimental destroyer, which can achieve very high speeds, and an experimental cruiser, which combines the benefit of a destroyer and a cruiser. Which combines the benefits of a destroyer at the size of a cruiser. Right. I'm going to be facing a lot of opposition. I need to sink all the battleships, and that's 3 of them. I need to keep alive 70% of my allies. So, since I don't have any allies, I just need to keep 70% of my ships alive. Now, the enemy has 3 battleships, 1 battle cruiser, 2 light cruisers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 destroyers, and 8 transports. So it is a big group that we need to sink. Now, in order to do this, I'm going to go with the torpedoes and other bonus. Firepower and speed is not something that I take very seriously. Sure, it'll allow your guns to be more effective, lowering the chance of flash fires a bit, increasing shell fire damage or HE shell fire chance, but nah. I'd rather take this and make my torpedoes a lot more accurate. At least that's one of the bonuses, although they do seem to be exactly similar. Torpedo size plus 10 tech. Oh, hold on. I get torpedo tubes plus tech, and this is torpedo size, so I get a bigger torpedo. And also better torpedo propulsion, which then hopefully will allow better range. Let's see what options I get. Alright, experimental cruiser, experimental destroyer, modern destroyer 2, 1. Oh, look at this, by the way. This has a couple of indents. Modern destroyer, destroyer 4, and destroyer 3. Alright, so what's special about this cruiser? Hold on. Yeah, so I did see that right. That's 14 knots. Now, if I want to go for a light cruiser, it's going to be a torpedo cruiser if I go for this design. Let's say that I would want a tower on it. I mean, I don't really have a choice in that matter. The problem with using a light cruiser is that it'll still be fairly easy to hit. And the enemy has a couple of battleships, a battle cruiser. I'd rather use destroyers, and just more of them. So the experimental destroyer is by far a smaller ship and already starts out at 40 knots. I would put a modern tower on that. That is a big tower. Look at the size of that thing. Jesus. Does that make my ship easier to hit at all? Because with a tower that tall, you must be easier to hit. 2700? Oh, it's still 2700. Huh. So that doesn't change too much. In that case, is it worth it taking the tower 5 over the tower 4? It's 10 tons and 90,000. Gives me slightly better base accuracy. Yeah, accuracy for torpedoes could be handy here. It's also pretty heavy. The 4 weight offset jumps to 12%. Now, a secondary tower is needed here. The real question is, what sort? Because I'm not sure if I need something this size. The only reason would be to go for accuracy. Long range accuracy. So we can sort of balance that out. Alright. Funnel. I do have... yeah, I still have to set up my engines properly. Oh, I can only go for turbines or geared. In that case, I'll take geared, because I need more power. Force boilers, and I'm at 100% efficiency. Let's go for auxiliary 4 and shaft 3. Increasing turn radius and, well, potentially ship repairs, if at all needed. I'm not going to go for guns whatsoever. It's going to be a couple of guns, but just because I have to. 2-inch guns. And now I'm going to add torpedo launchers. First off, though, the real question is what sort? I can go to 24-inch, which will give me 770% torpedo damage. And ideally, oxygen fueled. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. This would put 16 torpedoes in the water per destroyer. So that's a wave of 48 torpedoes that will hit the enemy. Is that enough? I carry 16 ammo per launcher. If I go to increased ammo torp for torps... yeah, I could probably make that work. I'm trying to see how much I can get away with here for the weight. Radar would be handy, because then I can start spotting. Oh, there we go. I'm now only going to build 2 destroyers. I need to stick to sub 23. And now the ship has been shrunk down. What if I go for the Generation 1 radar? There. 3 destroyers. 4 weight offset, 1%. If I shift this back... Aft weight, 1.6. There is no pleasing these guys. Rangefinders? What are these things called rangefinders? Do I need them? Because I'm not going to be shooting at all. No. No rangefinder at all. I think that doesn't matter for the accuracy of the torpedoes anyways. I can launch these at a range of 22.3. The accuracy does not get a buff, but the visibility does sort of get a buff because they're less visible, these things. Now my plan with these destroyers is to try and rush in, dropping a couple of torpedoes in the water, rushing back out, and then reload from the safety of distance. So armor, I'm not going to touch at all. It's just going to be a big torpedo attack boat. Arguably though, it might be better if I put another launcher up here. Reason being... Oh, crap, there goes my weight offset. Reason being, if I put it over there, I'll make sure that I have a torpedo coming out from here and here. And the plan is to, by doing such, sort of spread out where the torpedoes start. Let's see, add another... Or actually, I don't need to add another gun. The problem is, I'm gonna go over my intended weight limit here. Could I shrink it down? And still be effective? Oof. 0.5. More? I can go to 2,900 tons. But then that puts the ship overweight. So this works. We can make like the wind at 41 knots. Yes. 2,988 tons out of 3,000. And I'm costing 22 million a pop. We launch 1, 2, 3 torpedo tubes from several different vectors instead of just having one large group there. And hopefully that, between the 3 destroyers that I have, is going to spread out the amount of torpedoes. Per launcher, I carry 20... No, that's crew. I carry 22 torpedoes. I'm banking everything on the torpedoes here. Now the US is going to get a lot of... It is really going to... Destroyers are. If those destroyers are taking up position between myself and the battleships, then I'm going to have a hard time trying to torpedo the ships. Because they will spot them, and the battleships will change course. If they're behind the battleships, I'll have a much easier time trying to land torpedoes. 3 DDs. Against a fleet of 10, 12, 15, 23 ships, including 8 transports, which are, well, maybe or maybe not armed. Report. We got Tsubaki, Marusame, and Nire. The enemy is at a range of 20, but heading away. We got a battleship that is packed to the gills with secondaries. Look at that tower there. 5-inch, potentially another 5-inch, and I think at least 15-inch guns. Do not launch torpedoes until I give the go-ahead. I have 6 hours to complete the mission. So my plan is now to try and get ahead of the battleships. Or at least side by side with them. So rush in with the 40 knots, or 41. Get a bit closer. And try to get a massive torpedo swarm off on this group here. Because this guy is not going to be alone. The next one's up ahead. The other one seems to be sort of following it. Now I have spotted them, they have not spotted me. The challenge will be to determine when and where the destroyers are going to come from. 18. I know I can already torp them. But he is more or less heading away from me. I'd be much more comfortable launching torpedoes at 16, 15 kilometer range. Let's try to get to that. So far I'm really paying close attention to the reports here. 17. The moment that I get spotted, I'm going to have to take very, very swift action. 16.5. 16.3, bingo, second ship spotted. I'm thinking that's a battleship. It's too big for a cruiser. Range to that target, 18. Understood. Oh, what's that? I think another battleship. Another one of those battleships without a turret on the back. Weird stuff. Really weird stuff. Alright, so supposedly I can tell these ships to attack a different target, each one. But I don't see how. The only way I could do it is if I have them all in separate divisions. 15-7. Hold on. Hold on. This is a battleship. Right? This is a battleship. Oh, right. One of them is a battle cruiser. I just have to figure out which one. These two are the battleships. This one is either the battleship or the battle cruiser. I think this might be the battle cruiser. It is slightly smaller than the other one. Alright, how far away are we? And what's our torpedo angle? 14.5. I still have not been detected. These guys are now moving at an angle, which makes it very interesting for me to start torpedoing them. Because I'll potentially also hit the second one. So let's turn away a little bit. Try to get all the destroyers in a line. And then send out 48 torpedoes. The ones that miss this one might still hit the others. Torpedoes away from the Tsubaki. Hold. That was against this one. I want you to torpedo the other guy. Doesn't quite feel confident about the launch yet. Just go aggressive. There's so much that you can hit there. Just do it. Come on, what are you waiting for? There we go. Torpedoes in the water. And then the Nere. Which one do I want to torpedo with the Nere? That one. I know she's pretty far away. And she's heading away from me. That's going to make it pretty tricky to hit her. Torpedoes are ready to go, but she's holding. Even when set to aggressive. It's going to take me a good long time before I get these torpedoes reloaded. That's 624 seconds. Try to get another torpedo launch on that one. Yep, there we go. Nita has also launched. All destroyers, hold your torpedo launch. And we're just going to coast here for a bit. Seeing what happens. I'm also detecting another item over here. Let's see, where's my first launch? This is 1, 2, 3. I hope they don't start maneuvering too violently, or I will miss all of them. Notification is still proceeding. I am 14.5 clicks out. Do not shoot. Do not shoot. This doesn't look like anything. Unless it hits that ship over there. Which I rather doubt. Ah, we got a notification on one of the ships. It's the Utah battleship. 17-inch guns. 8-inch secondaries. 3 and 2-inch secondaries. Maximum bulkheads. That is really bad news for me, because that means she'll be very hard to sink. And torpedo bulkhead. Anti-torpedo 3. And anti-torpedo 4. Anti-flooding 3. Oh, damn. That's going to be really tricky to sink. And these are 24-inch torpedoes. They will deliver a hammer blow to a ship. But is it enough? This one's 77, this one's 81. She is turning away all of a sudden. Well, this doesn't actually look too bad now. Maintain a distance of about 14 to 16. Please come left. That'll make you a lot easier to work with. These could very well hit the Utah. And then we'll see how well the Utah can actually defend herself. Let's consider it an experiment. Here they come. 3 24-inch torpedoes. She's trying to turn, but she actually turned into them. 715 points of damage. Flooding in 2 bow compartments. But I think that that's just about all that it'll do. And over here, I might land 1 torpedo, if the ship doesn't just outspeed it. Come on, on the stern? No, she outsped them. Okay, so that was 1 launch. The next one is coming in, and could very well hit the other, as of yet, unidentified battleship. Did you get a flash fire or something? Yeah, they just dumped their A turret. Structural integrity is down to 22%. You might have anti-torpedo systems, or protection, but not enough. The New Jersey is our next contender. She has few bulkheads. She has anti-flooding 2, and anti-torpedo 4. 2 torpedoes landed, and 1 on the stern. That caused her to get severe rudder damage, so she'll probably be doing loops for a while. And then there was supposedly a 3rd wave of torpedoes on the way. But I'm not sure exactly where those are. We also got the Truxton. As of yet completely unscathed. Torpedoes on the Tsubaki are ready. Let's see if I can get a launch off against that ship. Maybe go aggressive. No, actually I think I can get closer without getting detected. The other battleship is, or probably battle cruiser, is still turning away. 13 clicks from the New Jersey. And the New Jersey is still seriously struggling with controlling the floods. 30%. 31. 30 holding. Oh. I hit something. Could be a destroyer. Could be a transport. I don't know. Range 15.5. 15.5. 12.6. Let's go normal. See if the Tsubaki wants to launch. Ideally, I'd not yet have the other one launch. Oh, crap. I need to be in a better torpedo angle. This is a very sneaky way of disassembling battleships, by the way. Ah, finally, we got an identification on the Arizona, the battle cruiser. Many bulkheads. She has anti-torp 1 and anti-flood 3. Not sure if that's going to be enough, but we'll just have to put that to the test. Try to finish off the Arizona. Oh, you already sent? When? I missed it. No. She sent half, I think. Maybe just her bow section. Marusame. Try to get torpedoes on the New Jersey. And they are unsafe, so they're pretty concerned. They're pretty likely to hit. Marusama ready? Normal? Normal launched it. Alright. And then the Nire also launched immediately. Alright, let's coast again. They're getting scattered. The Utah is still sailing around, but what's her speed like? 13 knots. I think she doesn't need a whole lot more to start actually sinking. Although that flash fire really helped. Yeah. The torpedo knocked off a main gun. I think. This first one's bad. First salvo. Are the rest any better? Here. Pretty big spread. But it looks like the New Jersey is powering away from them. That's not what I wanted to see, New Jersey. Especially seeing as you're one of the weaker ones. I was hoping to sink at least one battleship. And it looks like they're trying to escape. Like they're just trying to run off. Let's chase after them for a bit. There's the Utah again. I lost visual on them. Still have 54 torpedoes left, so I can do about 2.5 salvos. That means that I'm going to have to start getting more and more confident about my torpedo launches. Range currently is about 12. I'm closing. Any eye on the torpedoes? No. Utah, 7 knots. It's almost too good to pass up. Whoa, shit, I'm getting detected. Smoke up. Torpedo on the Utah. And get the hell out. Let's see if save works, because that means they're more likely to hit. Yeah, torpedoes away. Turn, 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 turn. Increase the range. Speed to flank. So I got detected at a range of about 11. 11 and a bit. Understood. Everybody hold your torpedoes. I'm still gonna need a lot of them. But it seems like it's just the Utah that opened up. I'm not sure if the New Jersey has been firing. I've spotted them, but they haven't spotted me. Oh, and here's the bunch of smoke screens, so that's where the destroyers are at. It's good to know. Looks like I lost line of sight. I'm too far away from the... Yeah, I'm back at 12.7. Your speed's about 7 knots, right? Yeah, 6. So I need to slow down significantly so as not to accidentally lumber back into range. Just wait for this swarm to arrive. Because if the Utah's done, that's pretty much their rear guard. And then I'll be able to start charging in on the New Jersey. Which is doing an as of yet unknown speed, although it's about 19, and the other one's doing 25. She's getting pretty far away. So this is when that 41 knot speed is going to come in really handy. 12.3. Come on, I need her gone. Utah looks to be avoiding the torpedoes. These two might do something. Has she spotted them? Yeah, she detected them. So it's all going to come down to how smart or how stupid the AI is at dodging these torpedoes. And it looks like they just found a gap. But not a big enough gap. Her rudder takes a big hit. Unfortunately, that looks to be the only torpedo hit that'll get on the Utah. Which sucks. Because now I'll need to send another salvo. What's the range? 12. I'm going to detach the Nire and tell this one to torpedo when available. So it's just the Marusame who's going to be capable of firing. My angle's bad. I'm trying to torpedo the smallest profile of this ship. Everybody hold. Rejoin division. Increase the flank speed. We're going to have to power through them. Or power by them. Just hit it. Speed. Unknown. Range 19.2. But heading away. I'm not sure what the right choice is here for the battleship. Do you want to charge in or do you want to charge away? In this case, my destroyers have a massive speed advantage. So, regardless of what the battleships are going to do, they won't really be able to effectively hit me. They won't have the accuracy, and I'll quite literally run rings around them. The problem... Oh, I've been spotted again. The problem is secondary fire. They only need to get lucky once. And that will sink my destroyers. And if I lose one of them, I can handle that, I think. No. I need to keep 70% alive. And that means that with a group of 3 destroyers, if I lose one, I lose 33%. So that's above 70%, which means immediate loss of the scenario. Right. Time to sail past. It was ideal when I was still ahead of this group, not trailing them. Just now I'm in a slightly worse position. Getting a radar return somewhere there at 15 clicks out. Here, 13.6. These are fast boys. Holy shit, really fast boys. 31 kilometers out? Yikes. Oh, hello. A destroyer? No, not a destroyer. That's a cargo ship. Uh-huh. Now, I'm 11.8 away, which I think is just about the safe margin. I want the Tsubaki to detach. Set torpedoes versus the Utah. Torpedoes away. Off. Rejoin Division 1. Carry on. This is, I think, the easiest way of getting... Really? I should have done it the other way around. Now Tsubaki has to take up formation behind the Nire. Not necessarily a bad thing. Because the Marusame still has 54 torpedoes and she only has 22. Nice maneuvering, Tsubaki. What the hell are you trying to pull? I know you're following the Nire, but come on. You could have done that slightly more elegantly. Now, if this transport gets tangled up in the torpedoes, then that's an unfortunate side effect for the transport. But I'm not really angling to get transports killed. It's not my objective. I need to kill the battleships. All of them. How far is that? 19. Oof, 31 kilometers out. This is going to be a race to catch these. I think the transport might get unlucky. The Waddle. Yep. I think the Utah might get even more unlucky. Because these torpedoes look to be really, really well done. She has detected them, she's trying to avoid, but with 3 damaged engines and a damaged rudder, good luck to you. Here it comes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Structural integrity down to 2%. She's flooding. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. There she goes. Oof! I can never get enough of those shots. Flash fires. Bye-bye. Alright, and now I can charge in. All ships, maximum speed. Time acceleration enabled. Where are they? I don't even know where they are. There. The New Jersey's trying to run away. At 19 knots. And the other one's even farther ahead. 31.6 still. But I've spotted more. I've spotted a whole fleet of transports here. Which seemingly are getting left behind by the battleships. That's a pretty nasty thing to do. Are these things armed at all? Some of them might be. This one's not. Next one? Nope. This one is. Looks like a couple of 5-inch and potentially 4-inch here. Next. Nope. Yep. 2 transports armed so far. And a 3rd. How far away are these transports? AKA, could I shoot them? Not with a 2-inch. I only have a range of 5 kilometers. Yeah, right. Well, lucky for the transports, they're not my targets. Unlucky for the New Jersey, she is. And with this many ships being tracked, apparently, I'm not able to do more time acceleration. 13.6, we are catching up to her. But after this one, I still need to sink yet another one. That far one. 29.6, we are catching up to her. Glad I built them around 41 knots. Let's see, Marusame range 12.3. We're getting somewhere. She is still heading away though. I'm not sure how I feel about that accuracy. The problem is I'll get detected soon. Torpedoes away. Off. Let's keep our distance a bit more. Let the torpedoes run their course. See if the New Jersey accidentally gets hit. And then power on through to get closer to that other battleship, while still maintaining a range of about 12 clicks to the New Jersey. These torpedoes run at 49.5. So they'll definitely catch up to the New Jersey. It's just going to take a while. And my range is 22.3. So yeah, they should be able to make it. Where are you? 28.9. I'm very happy that not all of those supposedly 9 destroyers that the US fleet has gotten are charging me down. If they were, then I would have had a very tough fight with these destroyers. Because they are definitely not suited at fighting other destroyers. They cannot do it. New Jersey, top speed of 30 knots. I'm not sure why she's doing only 19. Probably has to... has something to do with her battle damage. I got to 12.5. How did I get detected? Marusame, range? 11.2. Oh. I was measuring it from the wrong ship. Her accuracy is only 0.3. I just hope that she's not going to maneuver too much, because that'll throw off the aim on the torpedoes. 0.9. She's only using... Oh, there come the 16-inch. Accuracy, 0.5. Marusame, disengage. Come on, torpedoes. We need the ship dead. These do look decent. If she detects them and starts to make a poor turn, I'll miss everything. Has she seen them? She has not. She's only detected the Marugame. But now she's seen them. And now she's trying to head away. Crap. That means I won't hit her. I could have all the DDs launch the torpedoes, but that is a waste of a bunch of them. And I'll still need to sink yet another battleship after this. Still, I think I'm gonna have to. Torpedoes away from the Nire and from the Tsubaki. She only has 6 torpedoes left. That is all. It's gonna get pretty tight. At least now we have a bigger swarm that's gonna combine into one big wall of skill. Torpedoes. And hopefully make it unavoidable for the New Jersey to get hit. And again, if the USDDs were doing their job, spotting, trying to find torpedoes, trying to get early information on enemy torpedoes, and making sure that the battleships can turn away, this would have been a very different fight. If this was an actual human player, I would probably not win this fight. What's our range? We're getting out of range again. Head towards that enemy battleship. Torpedoes here. Yeah, they're already blending into one big wall. Stats, 6 torpedoes, 38, 38. So I should still have more than enough to sink that battleship, if I can catch it. And I know that she's fast. She's doing 30 knots, supposedly. Few bulkheads only. New Jersey's gonna definitely avoid these. But this might do something. She has... Has she detected the torpedoes at the previous set? I think that's the previous set. Yeah, girl. There's no avoiding these. Yep, now she's seen them. But there is too much in the water. New Jersey is going to take a lot of heat here. 1. 2. Whoops, flash fire. I think. Nope, not a flash fire, or at least not yet. 3. Lots of engine damage and fires. No flash fires though. But then again, yeah, of course not. I hit her here, and the turrets are further up ahead. Still, it might be enough to sink her, depending on how quickly she's able to put down that flooding. But with only few bulkheads, I think she's gonna struggle. Her speed should be falling. 18.2. Buoyancy 5%, 4%, 3%, 2, 1, and she's gone. Alright. Now we have to charge directly for the northwest. Because supposedly that's where the last of that battleship group is. Yeah, I'm getting a radar ping here. This is going to take a while. Alright, about 15 minutes of in-game time has progressed. And I'm getting a little nervous. Because it says something has spotted the Marusame. What that something is, I don't know. But I have been getting a couple of radar returns from this direction. I could, for all I know, be charging into a bunch of destroyers. There. Now I've spotted whatever it is that's spotting me. Oh, shit. That's probably a light cruiser or a heavy. Oh, that's not what I was hoping to find. If I send out a torpedo salvo against this ship, she's just gonna spot it. She is definitely in the way. Moreover, she's already firing. Can I go around? Let's check. Because if it is a light cruiser, and I'm thinking that it is, she's gonna have absolutely no problem spotting the torpedoes. So I could launch from the Marusame and just save the torpedoes, or the majority of the torpedoes, for the battleship. But the challenge lies in her counter detection. The ability of the light cruiser to counter detect. And when that happens, she'll just avoid all the torpedoes. She's still there, but she also smoked up. The battlecruiser is turning around? That's interesting. What's the Arizona hoping to do here? Range, 17 clicks. I'm gonna have to plow through this group if I really want to get to that battleship. At 41 knots, I'm significantly faster. But they have a lot more ships between me and my objective. So it's going to be a challenge to get to there. At least I'm no longer getting shot at. That's a good change of situation. And these return pings that I'm getting on the left side, I think are the transports that I intercepted a while ago. If I can just sort of dance around that light cruiser, I should be fine. And the Arizona seems to have resumed its normal course. She's capable of doing 35 knots, and she's actually doing 35 knots as well. Her protection, anti-flood 3, anti-torp 1. Yeah, she was not terribly well protected. She does have auxiliary 3 though, which means that she's going to be even better at fighting flooding. See, there is something out here. Sometimes you can see a pop-up where it says that I can target something with my mains or secondaries. Something else out here. Push. Or, well, rather charge down, I guess. Alright, as I'm chasing down the enemy group, I have come under attack. The Marusame miraculously got hit by a 7-inch shell, so probably the light cruiser, and she got hit for 482 damage. That's what I get for having almost no armor on these ships. I'm hoping that I'll still be able to pump out some of the water here, but I'm not expecting it, because I don't have any sort of anti-flooding protection. More importantly, I don't even know what's shooting me, or from where. I only know that the light cruiser was spotted here somewhere. So yeah, now I can target this ship. Ish. But, hold on. Does that actually work? No, she's targeting the battlecruiser. Hold. And the problem is, the battlecruiser is still between me and the target. But more importantly, the battleship is still running like crazy. I'm getting some returns over here at 20 clicks. But I think that the battleship is actually way farther ahead. There. 21.7. Might be it. It's possible. Let's check it out. Although probably without the Marusame, because she is lagging behind. Unfortunately, the Marusame is a destroyer that still has 38 torpedoes on her. So between the Tsubaki and the Nire, I only have 38 torpedoes on the Nire and another 6 on the Tsubaki. So the Marusame sort of is essential. But we'll never be able to catch up to the whole group. It's just not gonna happen. And this is, again, one of those things that I think is just pretty poor game design. Because what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna get bored. I mean, I'm already bored with the mission. Courtesy mostly of just having to chase down ships. When I initially paused the match, it was 4:27. It's now 3:49, so we've progressed a lot. And still, I have no idea where the battleship is. And I have no idea how to catch it. So it seems like it's one of those missions where either you catch them very, very soon, or not at all. And there is no middle ground. Which I think is pretty bad design. Because I don't want to spend a load of time just chasing down ships. That's boring. I want these ships to try and fight me. Sure enough, normally I suppose it would be the best course of action for those ships to just turn away. For those battleships. Because unless they actually start hunting me down, using their destroyers first. There goes the Tsubaki. Using their destroyers first, and in combination with the light cruiser shortly after, they're not going to catch me. I'm too sneaky, I'm too small. But having to chase down these guys is just boring. So I'm going to end the video here, because this is going to probably take another hour at least of work. And I'll try the mission again some other time with a different design. Or maybe a similar-ish design and trying it out in a different way. Maybe split up the destroyers. Instead of having just a couple of big launches, do a launch from here and there, and if that's my target, then I can sort of pincer them between the two. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the torpedo attacks I made so far. Sorry for not completing the mission, but it is just going to get really, really boring really, really quick. Chasing down ship, not good game design. Because I think that I did quite well. I have fast destroyers, but even at 41 knots, I'm struggling to find them and to chase them down. So hopefully, next mission, next video is going to be more fun, and I shall hope to see you guys then. Thank you for watching.